Hello and welcome to another video of Web3JS do-it-yourself tutorial. In this video, we're going to talk about how to execute function on the contract that was smart contract that was deployed in the last video. So let's do a little bit of recap. In the last video, what we did was we deployed a smart contract and the contract address was this. We deployed the smart contract, which was the fifth payable contract. Now what we are going to do in this video is we are going to deposit crypto, and you have the minimum ETH, which is 100 GWI. That means we are going to deposit more than that. We're going to execute this function deposit crypto, and we will see how to do that using Web3JS. You have already done that in Solidity do it yourself tutorial, which is the previous series of Solidity. So go take a look. Now, so what I also did was copied the code which we used to deploy and saved it as deploy contract -3.js so that you can go refer back in the future. Now, on the index.js, we are going to make few changes. So the number one is from the previous code. Let's run through it, right? In the previous code, what we did and what we're going to do now. So we have this TX, which is the Ethereum JX.transaction. We have a constant Web3. This is standard. This connects to Gorilla network and Gorilla Infura URL, and this is your secret key. This is also done in set of previous videos. This is our account, the MetaMask account that I have been using, and then this is the MetaMask account, and then this is the private key. So we got the from private key. Now, I used the contract data and ABI in the previous video wherein I imported using this JS file. The contract and data were too big to have been included in this index.js. It just made the readability more worse. Therefore, I wanted to avoid that. Now, this is your deploy contracts, right? So contract and run transaction. So this is your main method. And then when we deployed that, we read the contract. In this video, what we're going to do is we want to interact with the contract address. So we are going to move both of these up, and then we are going to also move the comments up, right? Get rid of this. So what I did was just move these two lines up. Let me show you what these lines mean. So this is contract address 05x 05x, right? And then I'm creating a contract handler, new web3.eth contract, the same thing which we used in the previous video. It creates and interacts with the contract using ABI. In the last video, we discussed about how to get the ABI. Now let's discuss on what changes we need to make in order to run this method deposit crypto on the contract. So first of all, we need to get back to where do we want to run it? We want to deposit Ether. So to contract ADDR. So this contract address is my to location, comma, and then I'm going to do the value. What value? Now this value is analogous to in the remix this value. This is what we are passing. So we are going to say web3.utils. So web3.utils 2 hex, web3.utils 2 way, and we are going to pass this ether. Let me make it 0.2 ether just for the fun of it. I'm going to decrease the gas value to 20. It doesn't matter, whatever gas value is unused, it's returned back. But it's just to be clear, we want to make it 26,000. And in the data, we are going to say this. we are going to say contract handler. It's a very nice feature of Ripple to be able to give that, full the drop down on what options can be there. So methods dot deposit crypto. So this is the method deposit crypto. Let's look at it here. Of course, I'm not able to write crypto. Okay, crypto, and look at this. Deposit crypto does not take any input parameters. So I could possibly copy this like this and paste it here. That will work as well. So if I had a problem, it would not be clear, right? So I just make sure that I copy and paste the deposit crypto. Dot, you have to say encode ABI. It's a ABI that is having deposit crypto as a function. And again, if you want to see the ABI, you can go to this one, and we have copied the ABI. If you scroll down, you would see deposit crypto as one of the functions. Make sense? It's a type payable. So go back in here and we made that change. That's it. Voila. This is ready to run. As soon as I run, we will get this contract transferred 0.02. But before that, let's go and see the contract value. So I'm going to go copy this and go back in here, and you would see that this contract has 0 ether. So when I make the transaction, this would have 0.2 ether, 0.02 ether, and this MetaMask would be decreased. So it will be like 79 or something, right? 0.79. So let's do that. 0.02 ether. I'm going to run it and hope it works. The transaction succeeded. Please note that initially the transaction failed because we had 26,000 gas. I updated it to 126,000. The transaction succeeded. Now, what we want to do is copy this transaction hash and check this transaction. And this is the transaction hash. And you see that 0.02 ether is transferred and the gas used was 88,000. That's why it failed on me in the first round when we had only 26,000 as the gas. Now, let's see on the contract if we have this 0.02 ether transferred. So I go in here, you see this transaction which was failed because we did not have sufficient gas on the limit. And the third one, the second run, it succeeded when I updated the gas transaction. You see the balance value of this contract is 0.02 ether. And if I go to MetaMask, you would be able to see that it decreased. Now it did not go to 0.79, it went further down because the remaining thing was used for gas. So that is why you are seeing 0.7892 hourly ETH. So with that said, this is how you would do a transaction. And this is the data, right? Contract handler dot method dot deposit crypto dot encode ABI. So run this, make sure you're able to do that. And you can always look at the GitHub from the description section of the video below. Thank you again for watching.